In this video I'm going to cover how you can set up your mod to update properly. It'll be a quick one because it's really not that complicated. If we don't handle updating, our mod is essentially going to get wiped from the game and then reinstalled. This may be okay for simple mods and mods that change mechanics like this one, but for others you'll definitely not want to delete everything. For example, my fishing mod has an XP and upgrade system. If I hadn't handled updating, the player would have to start right from the beginning every time they updated the mod. When your mod is updated, it is technically uninstalled, then reinstalled, and your old mod instance is killed off. This means your script is rerun, and any code and definitions in it will be executed again, and your mod will be in a state as if it had just been installed. To persist data in between updates, the manager lets you define two functions, both of which the manager will call when necessary. The first is getUpdateData. This function is called from your old mod instance as it's about to be uninstalled. It must return a value, probably a table, which will be preserved and given to the new instance of your mod. This is effectively when your mod saves. The second function is called onUpdate. This function is called from your new mod instance immediately after being installed. It will be passed whatever your old mod instance's getUpdateData returned. This is effectively when your mod loads. If your mod does not have an onUpdate function, onuninstall is called instead, which if you set it up properly, should temporarily wipe your mod from the game before being reinstalled. So to save and load, we just have to define these two functions. In getUpdateData, I normally return a table and store whatever I want to save in there. In onUpdate, I take the table as an argument and read the values from it. My mod doesn't really need to load much, just the tier configuration. But to see how smooth I can make it, I'll try and save and load as much as possible, including the timers and the bools. Let's see if it works. The 3D text will flicker as it updates, but other than that there should be no noticeable difference whatsoever. It's destroying our summons. I'm pretty sure that this is actually a manager issue. It looks like uninstalling also calls onDisable, which is why that disable message was popping up earlier. Let me fix that. And it's still happening. I definitely fixed the earlier issue. It's because I'm not actually saving the message ID, so the new instance of the mod doesn't know we've already handled the last cast. Let me fix that by adding the message to the table we save, and then also loading it in onUpdate. And there we go. The mod transferred all required data to another instance of itself, including the chosen creature table, all timers, and the staked bools, although most of that was unnecessary. Really all my mod needs to save is the spell tier configuration. It's okay if those NPCs get destroyed and never spawn back in, because the player can just summon some more. That's pretty much it for updating. It's a simple process, though I imagine it would get a bit more complicated as your mod expands. I've not tried developing a proper quest yet, but updating one sounds like it could be an undertaking, though it does depend on how you structure your mod. If you design it with updating in mind, it probably wouldn't be such a big deal. For example, you could save the stage your quest is at, and your new quest instance would be able to simply skip to said stage. And that's it for this video. In the next one I'll cover mod hooks, which provides a convenient way for your mod's functions to be called whenever certain things happen.